beautiful Pinehurst Resort, where round 3 of the U.S. Women's Open is underway. I am Kelly Thesier, and I am pleased to be joined by Steve DiMeglio, golf writer for USA Today. Steve, thanks so much for joining me today.
Always a pleasure.
Very exciting day here at Pinehurst number 2 as we get ready for moving day. Michelle Wie, what a first 2 days she's put together. What has impressed you the most about Michelle?
Well, it's been the whole year for her, the consistency. And for all the criticism that she took for the tabletop putting stroke, she's been knocking in a lot of putts this week, and that, I think, has been the most impressive thing. We knew coming in, she is without a doubt one of the best 2 or 3 ball strikers in women's golf, and that was a big advantage here at Pinehurst number 2. She's calm, she's collected, and she knows what she has to do to go out there and win her first major. And she's just been impressive all year long, and I think she's going to be impressive the next 2 rounds.
As you said, impressive in her putting, tied for 3rd so far this week. Pretty impressive to see on these very difficult greens. As we're looking at this final pairing today, it's definitely a little deja vu from the Kraft Nabisco Championship. Same final pairing from that final round with Lexi and Michelle. Lexi was the one who came up on top at Kraft. But what do you expect out of these two today when you're seeing that final pairing?
Well, I think the reason that you see the 2 of them up there, first of all, they're 2 of the best players that there are in women's golf. And they are 2 of the longest players that there are in women's golf. And they're 2 of the best ball strikers you will get in women's golf. At the Kraft Nabisco, there was hardly any rough. So Lexi and Michelle were hitting driver a lot. They would have rather hit a wedge out of rough than the 5-iron out of the middle of the fairway. The same goes for here at Pinehurst, where there is no rough, and they would rather take their chances with a wedge in their hand out of the native vegetation, sandy areas off the fairway than a 6-iron from the middle of the fairway. And when you know that, you have a lot more confidence standing on the tee. But again, these are 2 of the 5 best players in the world going right now, especially on this beast of a golf course. And both of them are putting well. And I think one of the reasons is because they're hitting the ball closer to the hole, because they can control their ball. They both can go right to left to right, low, high, because they can compress that ball at impact. They're just 2 of the best players, and I'd be hard-pressed to find somebody coming from the back of the pack to chase both of these 2 players down, but that's why they call it moving day, so we'll see.
Michelle and Lexi, currently only 2 players under par, difficult conditions, but we do have a lot of big names that aren't too far back. Number 1, Stacey Lewis, sits at even par. You've got Kari Webb, Paula Creamer, major champions who've won a U.S. Women's Open before. Who do you see, if there's anyone in this pack, that might be able to make a move?
Well, those are the 3 I would have immediately gone to. First of all, Stacey Lewis isn't going anywhere. The only thing I think that Stacey Lewis gets down on is when her putting is off kilter. But she's going to be right there. I don't expect her to go sideways. And the other 2 that are in the back of the pack, I think Webby is 6 back, and Paul is 6 back. I think Webby's 7 back. Were those 2 because of the experience that they've had, because they have won on the big stage before, and they both know what to do, how to play the game, and they can press the ball. They're both ball strikers. And again, I'm going back to this ball striking theme, but that's, I think, been the biggest advantage at Pinehurst number 2. Who are the best ball strikers? And so far that leaderboard is showing who they are.
Well, it's going to be an exciting day here at the Pinehurst Resort. Make sure to tune in to NBC from 3 to 6 p.m. for live coverage, and tune in to LPGA.com all day for news and feature stories. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.